Hi everyone. What has happened this week is actually a bit surprising for me because I think I had some precognition Tuesday during the afternoon of the job that something wasn't well, but I didn't know what, so I didn't react to it. I just left it as it was. And later that evening, I actually was in a car accident with my moped, and I actually fell off really badly and hit my legs, my arms, and my back. But I think the adrenaline was so high because the car that was rushing by was driving so fast that I was so shocked that they didn't stop and just like, what is happening? They just drove by. So I was a bit mad. So I just continued my ride back home and came home and went to bed, and I overslept the other day, like the day after the accident. Didn't think of it then, but then I went to work, and at work I was like, there's a reason I overslept. I don't usually oversleep. Well, if I'm sick, yeah. If I have pain, yes. But not like, hmm. But what I didn't think of was that I probably had some pain that I wasn't acknowledging because I was still fired up or in survival mode. So what happened next is that the couple of days after, my leg starts to swollen. I'm getting some pain in my arm. My nerves are irritated, so I'm getting cramps and stuff like that. And now today, actually today, you can maybe see it, I don't know, but I can't really see because my eyes have a blur. And having that is actually telling me that my body is suffering really, really badly. But I'm not really sure I feel it. Do you get it? I don't know if you know, but I'm multiple, so this is a problem for me. I don't really know who's the carrier of the burden. The only thing I do know is that somebody's suffering within me. Somebody's suffering so hard right now that I can't even see properly. Yeah. Um, in one way, I love being multiple because that means I'm actually not aware of everything that happens around me. um, in a way that I can continue my everyday life because I'm very goal oriented. I'm very problem solving focused, and I never really stop. Um, the only time I stop is when the pain gets too high, or the cramps, or the nerves are like killing me. That's when I like standing still for a while and just asking myself, what's going on? Why is my body fighting me? It is fighting me because there's others in me who are suffering. And it's not always so easy for me to understand why they're suffering because I'm actually having a really good time in life right now. I mean, a lot of issues in my life has, what can I say, passed, gone away. They are not here anymore. So, of course, I mourn them, but they are not a problem for me anymore. Um, that means I can focus more on me and my needs and how to live my life. But it also means that I need to understand properly how I function in a deeper level. Even though I am functioning, I'm high functioning, so it means I mean, people hardly notice around me. I do have some friends who do hear it properly because I do speak different kind of English depending on who's up. But also I notice because some of my parts um, rename people. Then I know someone's here. Mm. um, yeah. So a big question people who dare to ask me is, how do you know that you're multiple? Yeah. How do I know? I know because when I go to the store sometime to shop, someone is putting stuff in my basket that I don't even eat. That's kind of weird. Another thing is when it comes to my medication. Um, I do have alters within me who doesn't know how to take care of themselves. So when they are fronting, um, nobody takes care of my medication. Hmm. And it's not like when you're multiple, you don't get any medication because there's actually no medication for that. But you most often have different kind of other symptoms as fibromyalgia. You can have stomach troubles, you can have throat troubles, ear troubles, you can have other kind of troubles in your body due to your multiple. I don't know why, but it's like that. I think it's a stress thing, PTSD thing, so on, because you're not multiple by accident. There is a story behind it, and it is often a very complex post-traumatic stress story. It's a trauma that is really deep, and it started very, very early in life. Yeah, so this is so funny. I'm sitting here right now in front of my camera, and as soon as I start talking about trauma, I can't see myself. It gets all blurry. But when I was talking about, yeah, other parts of this, I could see better. So I know someone's listening, someone's here, someone's fronting, someone's not. But today we are hurting, and I do not know why. This is the hardest part of being multiple. Hurting and don't knowing why. Even though I know a lot of my traumas, I don't know to what degree. I don't know how often, and I don't know who did all of it. I only know it is severe. But it also affected me deeply. As a child and a teenager, I tried to be normal. I tried to have relationships. I tried to have friends. I tried really hard to be normal. But as a grown up, I just could care less. um, yeah, of course I want friends. I have friends so dear to me. They are so, I'm so blessed. Um, and I do think there is people who fancy me. And I do think I fancy some people too. But there is parts of me that are so scared of going back into relationships, being controlled, being used, being abused, that we prefer to not go into relationships. Because then I don't need to disappoint anybody by withdrawing, by needing time alone, by needing to be on my own, doing my own thing, because there's not an urge in me to do everything with someone. I love spending a lot of time on my own, doing my own thing, thinking about my own things, watching my own channels, and so on. But I do also, and more for every year that I get more and more balanced, I need people I love around me. I do love my kids. I do love and adore my grandkids. I love my best friends. I have both females and male. Um, so I am extremely high functioning and given the best in life. I am. I was brought up here in Sweden. I have the opportunity to travel the world. I have family in so many amazing places. So yeah, I am fortunate. But today I am hurting, and I don't know why. I hope it gives you a better understanding on people like me. We seem normal. We are normal. That's the thing. There are more of us than you think. A lot of you don't even know that you have this disease because it's still hidden. And that is the point with it. It is a hidden disease. Thank you so much for watching all the way down here. If you want to know more about me, about my life, and how I function as a high functional,